Welcome, sweeties, Laura here. I'm so excited to delve into another captivating card from the Tarot's Major Arcana. Today, we're diving into the Justice card, a powerful archetype that speaks to fairness, truth, and the consequences of our actions. It's a card that often evokes a sense of seriousness, but also one of profound understanding. Justice is, at its core, a symbol of balance. It represents the delicate equilibrium between cause and effect, action and reaction. And of course, truth, the unwavering pursuit of what is right and just, even when it's difficult. And the universal law of cause and effect. Every choice we make sets off a chain of events, and justice reminds us that we are responsible for those ripples. Justice sits at the heart of the Major Arcana, a pivotal point in our spiritual development. It's not just about legalities, it's about cosmic order, marking a turning point in our journey. It signifies a time when we must confront the results of our past actions and make conscious choices for the future. This card isn't about human courts with their biases and imperfections, but about the higher laws that govern our lives. These are the principles of karma, consequence, and the interconnectedness of all things. Justice asks us to examine our choices honestly, without self-deception or justification, and recognize how our actions ripple out into the world. Every thought, word, and deed has an impact, and justice encourages us to be mindful of the energy we are putting out there. The card's imagery, rich with symbolism, offers clues to understanding its deeper meaning. A double-edged sword held high signifies the power of truth and the ability to cut through illusion. It reminds us that justice can be sharp and decisive, and balanced scales represent impartiality and fairness. Every side must be weighed equally before a judgment can be made. Reminds us of the need for clarity and fairness in all our dealings, both with ourselves and with others. The pillars on either side, often depicted as stone, represent the structures and principles that guide us, the foundations upon which we build our lives and societies. Justice is a mirror, reflecting back to us the consequences of our actions. What we put out returns to us, whether good or bad. This is the essence of karma and the law of reciprocity. It's a call to accountability, not as punishment, but as an opportunity to learn and grow, but as a path to freedom and growth. By taking responsibility for our actions, we free ourselves from the cycle of repeating the same mistakes. Let's take a deep breath and step into the world of justice together, exploring its nuances and uncovering its wisdom. Ready? Let's begin. Let's look at the pillars framing the Justice card. These pillars symbolize the moral codes and universal laws that give structure to our lives. They're neutral and unyielding, representing the impartial nature of true justice. Unlike the High Priestess's hidden mysteries, justice's veil is parted, truth is revealed. Behind the pillars, a purple veil hints at higher wisdom guiding our logic. The checkered floor beneath reminds us life is a mix of light and shadow, and justice must navigate both. The pillars anchor us, urging us to seek fairness and truth amid life's dualities. Justice stands firm, inviting us to do the same. Now let's focus on the double-edged sword. It's a potent symbol, laden with meaning and significance within the Justice card. This isn't just any sword, it's a tool, an instrument of precision and discernment. Held firmly in Justice's hand, the sword represents the power to make critical judgments. It signifies authority, not in a domineering sense, but in the capacity to weigh options and deliver fair outcomes. This sword isn't for battle in the traditional sense. It's not meant for physical combat or aggression. Instead, it's for cutting through confusion and revealing truth. It slices through deception, illusion, and the fog of uncertainty, bringing clarity to complex situations. The gleaming blade reflects the light of truth, illuminating what was once hidden. Upright, it points to higher ideals, to the principles of justice, fairness, and righteousness that should guide our decisions. It's a reminder to strive for the best possible outcome, aligned with ethical considerations. It also symbolizes the courage to face reality, even when the truth is uncomfortable or challenging. It requires bravery to confront difficult situations head-on and make choices that may not be easy, but are ultimately just. Its double edge reminds us that every action, every choice has more than one side. Every decision has consequences, rippling outwards and affecting not only ourselves, but also those around us. These consequences can be good, leading to positive outcomes and growth. And they can be bad, resulting in negative repercussions and setbacks. The sword demands responsibility for these consequences. It calls upon us to own our choices and accept the outcomes, both positive and negative, that result from them. Once a choice is made, there's no turning back. The sword represents the finality of decisions, emphasizing the importance of careful consideration before acting. It's a call for clear, logical thinking, urging us to approach decisions with a rational mind, free from emotional impulses, free from bias or emotion. Objectivity is key to making fair and just decisions, ensuring that all perspectives are considered without prejudice. In a reading, the sword signals a pivotal decision ahead, a moment of reckoning that requires careful thought and consideration, requiring honesty and mental clarity. It's a time to be truthful with yourself and others, to see the situation as it truly is, and to approach the decision with a clear and focused mind. The sword's power is in its objectivity. It represents impartial judgment, free from personal feelings or prejudices. It doesn't bend to personal desires or whims. It stands firm in its commitment to truth and fairness, regardless of personal preferences. Justice's sword is our tool for integrity, a symbol of our commitment to upholding ethical principles and acting with honesty and honor, helping us carve a path through life's complexities, guiding us towards decisions that are aligned with our values and principles. With clarity comes responsibility, a recognition that understanding the truth requires us to act in accordance with it. Choose wisely. The decisions we make shape our lives and the world around us. The sword is a reminder of the weight of our choices, a constant symbol of the need for careful consideration and ethical action. Truth, once revealed, changes everything. It alters our perspective, informs our decisions, and ultimately transforms our lives. Beside the sword, justice holds golden scales, a potent symbol steeped in meaning. These aren't just any scales, they are the scales of truth, fairness, and impartiality. They represent the delicate balance that must be struck in all matters, big or small. The scales symbolize balance, the equilibrium point where opposing forces meet. They are a visual representation of the need for objectivity and the careful consideration of all sides of a situation, and the careful weighing of all factors before making a decision. Every detail, every nuance must be examined with scrutiny. It's about ensuring that no stone is left unturned in the pursuit of what is right and just. They remind us to consider intentions, actions, the motivations behind our choices and consequences, the ripple effect of our decisions on ourselves and others. Nothing is overlooked. Every aspect is taken into account, ensuring a comprehensive and fair assessment. The scales demand a complete picture. Every choice tips the scales. Each decision, each action has an impact, however subtle it may seem. Balance must be restored. When the scales are tipped, there is a need to bring them back into equilibrium, to rectify any imbalance that has been created. The scales are our inner compass, a moral guide that helps us navigate the complexities of life, guiding us towards self-awareness and accountability. They encourage us to examine our own behavior and take responsibility for the consequences of our actions. Justice asks, are you living in balance? Are your actions aligned with your values? Are you giving as much as you take? Is there a fair exchange of energy and resources in your life? In readings, the scales urge patience, a reminder that true justice cannot be rushed, and thorough evaluation, a call to examine all aspects of a situation before drawing conclusions. Don't rush to judgment. Take the time to gather all the facts and consider all perspectives. Fairness isn't quick or easy. It's a complex process that requires careful thought and consideration. It requires diligence and an open mind. Be willing to listen to different viewpoints and challenge your own assumptions. The scales teach us to seek harmony, to find a balance that benefits all involved, both within ourselves, striving for inner peace and alignment with our values, and in our relationships, fostering mutual respect and understanding. True justice is found in the process of weighing, not just the outcome. It's about the effort we put into seeking fairness and understanding, even if the final result isn't always perfect. Justice once appeared repeatedly in my readings during a difficult relationship. I was avoiding a tough conversation, letting fear cloud my judgment. Justice demanded honesty and responsibility, urging me to face the truth. The sword pushed me to cut through emotional fog and communicate clearly. The scales reminded me to consider my friend's perspective, not just my own. When I finally listened and spoke honestly, balance was restored. The lesson true resolution comes from fairness and accountability, not avoidance. Justice empowered me to act with integrity, even when it was hard. Facing the truth brought freedom and a healthier relationship. Justice taught me that fairness is an active daily choice. When justice appears in its positive aspect, it's a beacon of clarity and fairness. It signals that right will prevail. Balance is being restored. This is a great time for contracts, agreements, or resolving disputes. Justice affirms that your honesty and integrity are creating harmony in your life. The card celebrates truth and encourages you to stand up for what's right. Positive actions and fair dealings are now returning to you. Karma in action. Clarity replaces confusion, allowing confident, objective decisions. Justice at its best brings peace through unwavering integrity. Every card has a shadow, and justices can be harsh. In its challenging form, justice becomes rigid, critical, and lacking compassion. It can show up as bureaucracy, red tape, or merciless judgment. Sometimes, it's a refusal to take responsibility by you or someone else, leading to imbalance and frustration. The sword becomes a weapon, words are used to wound, and perfectionism takes over. Fear of judgment can paralyze, causing indecision and anxiety. The scales never settle, leaving you stuck in analysis paralysis. Justice's shadow warns, too much deliberation or harshness is its own injustice. When justice appears upright, it's a call for honesty, objectivity, and accountability. Step back from emotion and weigh your options carefully. If legal matters or contracts are involved, expect a fair outcome if you act with integrity. Justice affirms your commitment to fairness and urges you to stand by your principles. The card signals that karma is at work. What you've put out is returning. Justice is not passive. It demands your active participation in creating fairness. This may mean making tough decisions or having honest conversations. Trust your clarity and impartiality. You have what it takes to handle this wisely. Align with truth, and you align with the universe. When justice is reversed, something is out of balance. You may be experiencing unfairness, dishonesty, or a lack of accountability, either from others or within yourself. The card asks for honest self-reflection. Are you avoiding responsibility or judging too harshly? Indecision and confusion may be clouding your judgment. Avoidance only deepens the imbalance. It's time to face the truth. Justice reversed is a red flag. Identify the source of injustice and take steps to restore harmony. Seek advice, admit faults, and approach the situation with fresh eyes. The lesson isn't punishment, but awareness and growth. Justice reversed is an opportunity to realign with fairness and truth. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every day is a chance to choose justice. Thank you for visiting the channel. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to join our community, and we can reach other tarot lovers. Thank you.